comes in undefeated, 25-0. He's going to be facing Shad Jacobs of Phillipsburg, who comes in at 25-1. Mitch Schlepp has been like a wrecking ball coming through this 275. He has won by a fall over Cox, won by a fall over Lorenzo, and won by a fall over McNary. He's pinned every man he's faced in this tournament, has Schlepp. Schlepp goes for the takedown on Jacobs. Now Jacobs has the leg. Jacobs picks him up, throws him to the mat. Schlepp tries to get away. Still no points scored. Jacob tries it again. Has the leg. Schlepp tries to hold the shoulder. Jacobs tries to pick him up. Schlepp weasels his way out. They're both standing. Referee takes a timeout to fix the headgear.
For some reason, the adrenaline really comes up in the crowd on these heavyweights. For some reason, they know it's the last match, and the big boys, and for some reason, the whole stadium comes alive.
1:38 left to go. First period action. The big boys. Shad Jacobs has a lot of experience in these state tournaments, as does Mitch Schlepp. Schlepp now trying to throw him, but you can tell that weight difference when you get up to the big guys. It gets awful hard to throw a man. Now going for the single leg is Schlepp. Fighting him off is Jacobs. Schlepp in the yellow, Jacobs in the blue. Now with the leg, trying to trip him and trying to sneak away. Neither wrestler in control as of yet. Jacobs, if he can step around behind Schlepp, would have a takedown. This time looks like Schlepp is going to try to spin his way around behind and does. Schlepp picks up the takedown on Jacobs. Jacobs right back up, throwing a bridge. Tries to stand. The referee stops the clock with exactly a minute left to go. First period action. The score is 2-0 in favor of Mitchell Schlepp of St. Francis. Takes the second out to tie the shoe.
Schlepp is trying to use the legs on Jacobs, but he can't. Jacobs is too big, and there's no way he's going to use the legs against Jacobs.
It's going to be tough to use the legs against Jacobs. He's a short and stocky guy. Schlepp is a little tall and lanky for a heavyweight, but here we go as they get ready to start it with a minute left to go. First period, 2-0 Schlepp, trying to set his way out as Jacobs. Schlepp just jerks him back in, showing some strength. His 4-point stance up is Jacobs. Jacobs trying to work his way out. Bends the arm of Schlepp. Tries to roll him over. A lot of weight on Schlepp. Jacobs now works his way around. Gets a reversal. Schlepp's going to pick up 2 points for back exposure. Jacobs going to pick up 2 points for the reversal. 4-2 is your score. A lot of action going on. Still first period action. Jacobs trying to get the reversal. Well, Jacobs drives him back to the mat. Schlepp almost got away from him. 4-2 is your score in favor of Schlepp. This is still first period action. 5 seconds left to go. First period, 4-2 is your score. It's going to be Shad Jacobs behind, and that's the way the first period ends. In the heavyweights, Mitch Schlepp of Saney leads by a score of 4-2. Decision goes to Schlepp. And we'll see which goes. It looks like he's going to take down. Shad Jacobs going to start on the bottom, trying to pick up some points in the 275 pound. Also, it looks like Antwood may have been able to capture second place from St. Francis. We'll see at the official word. But Saney lost their 2 final matches, and Antwood was able to win their 2. They may have been able to win second. Back to the heavyweights. Jacob on the bottom, starting the second period. Has the leg wrapped up. Schlepp tries to roll him over. Jacobs tried to come out the back. Jacobs, a big junior. Been wrestling well since he was a freshman. He's been in the top 4 every year. Jacobs tries to shed Schlepp, and he does. We'll see if he gets the escape. Makes the score now 4-3. Going right back at him, though, is Schlepp. Schlepp tries to pick Jacobs up. A lot of weight being exchanged there as Jacobs just drives him around the circle. And they run out of bounds. Stop the clock with 1:23 left to go. Second period action. One of the most exciting matches we've had so far.
Jacob knows how to use his weight, and he's smart. He uses weight to his advantage, and that's smart.
1:15 left to go. Second period action. 4-3. Mitchell Schlepp of St. Francis. Again, he goes for the 2-leg takedown, trying to break him down. He has legs, trying to break Jacobs down. Jacobs fighting him off. Jacobs a strong boy. And there, Jacobs gets him. 2 points there for them. They say no points. No points. All that and nobody scores. Under a minute left to go. Second period action. Jacobs just walks right back into Schlepp. Schlepp says, gives him the bear hug, tries to throw him. Too much for him to throw. 1:40 left to go. Just second period action. Jacob gets the leg, breaks it down. Tries to drive Schlepp into the mat. No points. 4-3 is your score. Jacobs trying to drive him. Schlepp trying to come out the back. Trying to get him turned. Schlepp still trying to come out the back. 19 seconds left to go. Schlepp does. Picks up the 2 points for the takedown. Makes the score now 6-3. 10 seconds left to go. Second period action. 5 seconds left to go. Second period action. And that's the end of 2 with your score 6-3 in favor of Mitchell Schlepp of St. Francis. Been a hard-fought match, one of the best ones. Now you know why the folks stick around to watch them, as it's going to start into the third period, and it looks like both wrestlers are just exhausted.
Yes, they are. This is a good match. They're using everything they have. Jacob is going to have to pin if he's going to win this match, because he's not that fast of a mover. He's going to have to use his strength, his wisdom, and have to pin.
Here we go as we start the third period. Schlepp is going to be on the bottom. Jacobs in control on top. 6-3. Mitchell leads for St. Francis. Tries to score some points. If he can, maybe they can take second place back from Atwood. Schlepp is able to stand up. Almost able to get away from Jacobs, and he does. Scores another one, 7-3. Goes right back at him. He knows the second place trophy is on the line for the St. Francis Indians. Mitchell cuts him down. Potentially dangerous move. They break him up right away. 2 points for the takedown for Mitchell Schlepp. That's going to build his lead, but it's a potentially dangerous move, and a nice play by the referees as they break up the action quickly. So Mitchell Schlepp now with the commanding lead of 9-3 with 1:27 left to go in this match. The last match of the 3-2-1A championships here is in Hayes. And it looks like Shad Jacobs is just going to take a minute to catch a breather. And then looking at his knee. We couldn't see from this angle exactly what it was. It looks like some of the weight of Mitchell Schlepp was on the knee of Shad Jacobs. Stops the clock with 1:27 left to go in the match.
With the score 9-3, it's going to be hard for Jacobs to even catch up.
Here we see it as Mitchell Schlepp is able to pick up Shad Jacobs. He's got the leg. He's got it wrapped up. And now he's going to try to just drive him to the mat. There's his foot as he just cuts it out from underneath him. And you can see a lot of the weight is on that knee. When they come to the mat, you can see a lot of Mitchell Schlepp's weight was on the knee of Shad Jacobs when they drove him to the mat, and that's why they broke him up. There you can see Mitchell Schlepp in control, bringing it right up. Now you can see the way he was bending that knee. He was bending that knee around. Jacobs starts back on the bottom. 9-3 is your score. 1:20 left to go in this match. Mr. Schlepp in control. Tries to roll Jacobs to his back. No back points awarded there. Again, Mitchell Schlepp tries to turn him. Drives. Jacobs tries to stand up and get out of it. Can't do it. Drives him back to the mat, does Mitchell Schlepp. And he's able to get away. He escapes. 1 point is awarded to Jacobs. Mitchell Schlepp, though, comes right back at him. 9-4 now is your score. Both are standing. 46 seconds left to go. And Schlepp comes around with the takedown. Makes the score now 11-4, as it looks like Shad Jacobs may be just running out of gas. 35 seconds left to go in the heavyweight division.
Michael Schlepp is a good wrestler. He's a smart wrestler. He's a real smart wrestler. He just took his time and used the right move.
Mitch tries to drive him. He's got 20 seconds left in this match. 11-4 is your score. Mitch brings him around. No back points yet. 10 seconds left to go. Mitchell Schlepp just trying to hold on now. Looks like he has earned this one. And that's going to be the match. Final score is 11-4. Mitchell Schlepp of St. Francis comes away with the victory. And we'll get the official word to see if that is able to preserve second place for St. Francis, as Hoxie had this one pretty well wrapped up going into the championship. But there he is, your champion at 275. Mitchell Schlepp of St. Francis wins by a final score of 11-4. Chad Jacobs comes off but an excellent wrestled match. Mitchell Schlepp comes away with the championship. Exciting 3-2-1A state wrestling going on here at Hayes. There he is again, Mitchell Schlepp getting congratulated from the coaches. You can see, overjoyed. Mitchell Schlepp comes away with the victory. He's your state champ at 275. There they're awarding the medals at 189.